when I set out to do YouTube, one thing that I was not actually prepared to deal with was hate comments. And the other day on a video that I put up, one of my subscribers brought it up. Let's talk about it a little bit. What's going on, guys? Great Disciple back with another gameplay. In the background is a continuation of the challenge, get 50 confirms in a kill confirm game, playing solo. And this, I believe, was either my sixth or my seventh attempt at it. And just watch, okay? It's a good game. It's a very good game, and it comes down to the end. And I'm not going to say anything else. If you have questions on setup or anything like that, just let me know and I'll answer it for you. Okay, so it was on the video. Goodness, which one was it? I think the COD's Not Dead video. One of my subscribers, and I think I know how to say his name. It's Goof Proof Luther. If I said it wrong, man, or if I was supposed to say it another way, just let me know. I'll put it up on the screen and just let me know. So he says, how do you deal with YouTube hate comments? You know, when I get them. I think he at one point had a channel, and that was one of the things that drove him away from it. And you know, when I set out to do YouTube, I never expected to receive some of the comments that I have over the months that I've been doing it. I find that whenever I post videos on TSG, Thunderstruck Gaming, the hate is a lot more fierce. I think because it's a larger audience. And that, let me touch on that one first, okay? You know, people, I get the comment all the time, you should have 1 million subscribers. I'm surprised you don't have more subs. You should have 100,000 subs. You're one of the best channels I've ever heard. And, you know, I always take that. It's a great feeling when people say those words to me. But watching my channel grow and experiencing the growth has been very important, because as I've gained more subscribers, the comments have become more difficult to manage. Not the good ones. The good ones are you know, they're okay. But the hateful comments. You know, anytime that I mention my faith, my belief, my past, my stances on certain things, I know that there's going to be disagreement, but the hateful ones are the unexpected ones. So to answer your question, Goof, let me break it down a little bit, okay? So obviously anytime you mention faith, you're going to be persecuted, because as many people that believe in what you believe in, there are just as many that don't, okay? So it's bound to happen, all right? So you have options when it takes place. And let me tell you this before I go far in depth with it. You know, I'm in sales. I've been in sales for over 15 years. And, you know, the reason why I think salesmen make so much money is because they have to deal with such great rejection on a daily basis. If I make 100 phone calls, I'll be rejected anywhere between 95 to 98 times a day. Most of the time, it's not that big of a deal. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Have a great day. And that's it. But I'd say about 10% of them, you'll get cursed out. Some of them slam the phone on you. They'll insult you. Very rude. Even the people who say that they want to do business with you, call me back in 2 days. You call them back. They'll insult you, curse you out, tell you never call them again, and you didn't do anything wrong. So, I mean, I've developed somewhat of a tough skin over the years. Alright? YouTube's completely different though. You know, the anonymity that the internet allows. Alright? I mean, you have people who will say things to someone else that they would never dare say if they were standing in front of you face to face. Shocking stuff. I mean, 13-year-old kids telling 35-year-old men where to stick it. And you just think to yourself, if you were standing in front of me, there is no way you would dare say that to my face for fear of the retribution that you would have because of it. So I think there's a lot of that out there. So how do I deal with it? Well, I've learned just from the beginning, you know, the few months that I've been on YouTube, like for instance, there's a verse in the Bible. I'll go ahead and quote this one. It's in Matthew chapter 7 verse 6. And it says this, okay? And I know a lot of you guys aren't Christians. I'm not trying to proselytize you guys. Just listen to what it says. It says, do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine, or they will trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. What does that mean? I mean, everybody has an opinion, right? And when we want to share what we got and you put it forth and then you get this immediate blowback, this pushback. As a man, your pride wells up inside of you, and what you want to do is go on the defensive and attack them for what they're doing, okay? You want to stand up for your belief. So the first thing that I had to learn was that the best option normally is just to ignore it. You can acknowledge the statement and then just ignore it any further. There's a lot of people on YouTube who post comments merely to pick a fight. They want to start a fight with you. And as a man, like I said, in your pride and your masculinity, once you're offended and you feel like you've been offended, you want to stand up for yourself and attack back. And I learned very early on that it does not work on YouTube. You can't do it because of the anonymity thing, and because people can type whatever they want to type and they can flood you with messages, and there's retribution for doing it as well, because people will go through and start replying on all of your videos, and they'll answer comments that your subs put up, and it's just like, it's not worth it. So you ask me, how do I deal with it? Well, one of the best routes is just to ignore it. Also, whenever you create content, you have the ability to remove comments as well. And for the most part, I don't do this. I want to have a very inviting channel where I can talk with people, and if they want to put their opinions forth, I want to let them know that they've been heard. But when there are just flat out disrespectful, mean comments that have nothing to do with the subject matter, I remove them, okay, before my subs get involved in it. And that's another thing you got to be careful of. The main thing that I can tell you that I do is when there is a mean comment or something that's clearly an insult or a slap in my face, is I've got to not respond immediately. I've got to stop, and I've got to think about it a little bit, pray about it sometimes, and decide, is it worth replying back to this? Which most of the time it's not. I want you to know that. It's better just to let it lie, okay? I have been thankful because at times, when I don't know what to say, some of my subscribers will actually step in and start a conversation with the other person, So the main thing is just you don't take it personal. You understand that you cannot have a conversation with somebody in the comment section of a YouTube video. A lot of people who leave those comments are probably unhappy in their life. They don't realize what they're saying. So that's kind of how I deal with it. So you guys leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are when you see these hateful comments. As always, if you got something out of it, I appreciate the like, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day, guys. Bye.